What's up, everybody? It is your boy Baddog back with another New York Giants video. Been trying to do this video for a couple of days, but I've been doing a lot of adulting. It's not always easy, so life is getting a little bit hectic. Haven't been able to do it until now. Big shout out to the New York Yankees last night, walloping the Cleveland Indians 12-3 to take a 1-game-to-none in the best-of-3 series. Won't be able to stream the game tonight. 7 o'clock time slots are tough, plus the Lakers are playing tonight. I've streamed the Lakers all year. Can't turn my back on them in the finals. Just continue to win Yankees so that when the Lakers finish winning the chip, I can get back to calling your games. It's been really hectic here. I love that all these sports are happening, but at the same time, there's just not enough hours in the day to do everything that I want to. The Yankees are in the playoffs. The Lakers are in the finals. The Giants, of course, we got Talking Giants tomorrow night with the Entertain Talking Sports. So just a lot of stuff going on. Once these playoffs are done, I want to get back to the roundtables. I want to get back to the collabing. I want to get back to football. It's just there's so much going on right now. And like I said, life has been really hectic. So I just appreciate you guys still staying supportive and understanding where I'm coming from with this stuff. I want to talk about Daniel Jones. Before I get into that, do me a favor, guys. The links to my Twitter and Instagram are in the description. Please follow me there. I will follow you back. I've been trying to grow those pages for the simple fact you don't always get the notifications on YouTube when I drop a video or I go live. My Twitter is linked to my YouTube, and of course, a lot of times I do put that I'll be going live or I made a video on Instagram. And I want to thank you guys for your support. I had just over 400 followers on Instagram last week. We're over 1,000 now. So thank you guys so much for following me. I really do appreciate it very much. And hey, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, why not? We're almost closing in on 40,000 subscribers. It's unbelievable. I never even thought I'd get close to this point. Your support has been overwhelming. Giants fan base is unbelievable on YouTube. Just such a loyal fan base. We may not always agree on how we want the Giants to get better or what's best for the Giants, but at the end of the day, that's what we all want. We all want what's best for the New York Giants. No doubt about that. So, just a great shot. I mean, I just watch this community grow with the Giants. I watch so many new content creators come in here. We're in the darkest days in recent memory since the 70s. We're 12-39 in our last 51 games since 2017. And, we're the worst team in football in the last 3.5 years. And it's just amazing the support and how this community continues to grow. So, huge shout out to the Giants fan base. You guys are unbelievable, man. And I'm proud to be a part of the fan base, I want to talk about Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones, I'm going to say this. Let me first and foremost say this about Daniel Jones, okay? I believe in Daniel Jones. I don't want Trevor Lawrence. I'm not saying I want Trevor Lawrence. I'm not saying I want a tank for Trevor Lawrence. I know Trevor Lawrence has been brought up a lot lately, and I understand that. I understand that side of it. I understand people saying they want Trevor Lawrence. You just bought a car 2 years ago. The car runs pretty smoothly, but it has its hiccups. You see a nice new shiny car on the lot. It gets better gas mileage. It gets, it accelerates better. All this stuff. It's got better acceleration. Like I said, you get more miles per gallon. It's just a better car. It drives better. The handling's better. The drivetrain's better. Everything's better about the car. Because if you think that Trevor Lawrence's skill set isn't as good as Daniel Jones or it's similar, you're just fooling yourself. Some people are saying Trevor Lawrence is overrated. He's not overrated. Trevor Lawrence is one of the best quarterbacks to come out of college in recent history. He's good. Ask Uncle Lou. Uncle Lou's my college guy. Uncle Lou said if you could get Trevor Lawrence, you take him. I'm going to ask you guys this before I get into the Daniel Jones thing. I know some people are like, I don't want to tank for Trevor Lawrence. I don't like Trevor. If the Giants, I'm not even saying tank for him. The Giants finished 2-14 this year and pick first. Do you want Trevor Lawrence? Or do you want Daniel Jones? Simple. That's a simple question. You tell me. Tell me in the comment section. If we're picking first, do you want Daniel Jones or do you want Trevor Lawrence? It's your choice. Don't say I want to trade back because I'm just asking the question. If you want to trade back, then the answer is Daniel Jones. Anyway, I digress. Daniel Jones, I want to talk to you for a second. I want to talk to you. Message to Daniel Jones. And I know Daniel Jones watches my videos. Hey, we all know that. Seriously. I'm not asking Daniel Jones to be Russell Wilson. I'm not asking him to be Drew Brees. I'm not asking him to be Tom Brady. I'm not asking Daniel Jones to be an elite quarterback. I'm not asking Daniel Jones to throw for 365 yards and 4 touchdowns a game. What I'm asking from Daniel Jones is to stop turning the ball over. That's all I'm asking. I'm asking a 21 for 30, 217 yards, a touchdown, no turnovers. I'm asking that. I didn't expect the Giants to be good this year. I expected them to be 6-10. But I expected to see some improvement from our second-year quarterback. Well, Baddog, he's got a new coordinator and he's got this and that. Listen, a lot of people are going through that. If you're going to be a good quarterback in this league, you have to fight through adversity, especially when you play for a New York team. This is going to test his adversity. This is going to test his toughness. I am critical of Daniel Jones, guys, because I believe in Daniel Jones, because I believe Daniel Jones is underperforming. This is why I'm hard on him. I don't care if it's him. I don't care if it's Gary Sanchez. I don't care if it's a Yankee game, a Giants game, a Laker game, a Knicks game, a Dodgers game, whatever I'm streaming, whoever I'm watching. If I feel like a player is underperforming because I think highly of them, I'm going to criticize them. That's how I am. Some people don't like that. That's fine. I would never tell you people how to be a fan of your team. Don't tell me how to root for my team. That's all I ask. I know some people got very mad at that video that I made, told me go root for another team because I said I was embarrassed to be a Giants fan. Listen, I've been rooting for the Giants for 37 freaking years. I'm still on here 3-4 times a week doing videos. I'm going to stream every single game of the Entertainment Talking Sports. We're going to be talking Giants every single week. I'm going to continue to talk about the Giants. But listen, if you weren't embarrassed and humiliated and mad at that game that they played on Sunday, you just root for them differently than me. Or don't tell me how I should feel when my team gets absolutely destroyed by a team full of backups. Just because we were supposed to be bad doesn't mean that I expect them to play like that. Doesn't mean I don't want to see some kind of improvement. Doesn't mean I should just accept it because they're supposed to be bad. But that's just me. I just want Daniel Jones to stop turning the ball over. I just want Daniel Jones to progress, not regress, because he has regressed. You can talk about the lack of talent here all you want. Daniel Jones' interceptions are not because of lack of talent. Daniel Jones' interceptions have been because he's made bad reads. Daniel Jones has had a hard time understanding the defense, and he's forcing throws. That is something that has nothing to do with talent. That has to do with decision making. That has to do with pocket presence and pocket awareness. He's got to get better at this stuff. You can't make some of the throws he's made. Are the guys not getting open? No, some of them aren't getting open. It's been difficult. He doesn't have a lot of talent. I compared him to Dak Prescott, guys. Dak Prescott succeeds because Dak Prescott's got a great team around him. I don't think Dak Prescott's got the best skill set. He's got a very good skill set, and he's been phenomenal this year. Credit where it's due. Dak Prescott has been phenomenal this year. Somebody said he choked. I think it was Fisk was saying he choked. I love Fisk. And Fisk is my guy. But Fisk saying Dak choked in Seattle. Are you kidding me? Dak threw for almost 500 yards. And his superhuman effort to get out of the sack on the late interception that he threw in the end zone, any other quarterback would be on the ground. I can't get on Dak Prescott this year. He's been phenomenal. But he has the best receiving core in the league. He's got a very good offensive line, and he's got one of the best running backs in the league. Zeke Elliott does not lose yardage. It's never 2nd and 13, 2nd and 14, 2nd and 15, 2nd and 12 with Zeke. It's 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7, 2nd and 5. That definitely helps a quarterback out. I don't think Dak Prescott would be good with the Giants. I don't think Dak Prescott would be good with the Jets. But I do think Daniel Jones could succeed with the Cowboys. That's why I'm not asking Daniel Jones to be Russell Wilson. I'm not asking him anything that he can't do. I don't expect him to be superhuman. I just expect him to take care of the ball. I've said that he could be as good as a rich man's Alex Smith. Alex Smith never had the best skill set. He was mobile. He had an accurate arm. It wasn't the strongest arm. But he made good decisions with the football. He didn't turn it over. I felt like Daniel Jones could be that guy. Stop turning it over. That's all I'm asking. Okay? He's making bad reads. Another thing Daniel Jones needs to learn how to do, and I don't think anybody's mentioned this. If you look at Saquon Barkley, right? We can't run the ball. We can't run the ball. Our team was god-awful in 2018. We had Odell Beckham. You really think that Odell Beckham opened up the offensive line? You know what I'm saying? You could say that defenses don't stack the box, but are they really stacking the box? We just can't run block. Online Big Blue said this. Tim said this. He's right. How can we pass block and not run block a lick? We're not the best pass blocking team, but we're not bad. Which is why these turnovers are not because of pressure. They're because of bad decisions. This is why I'm hard on Daniel Jones. Saquon Barkley had an incredible rookie season. And in his first 2 games in 2019, he ran for over 100 yards against Dallas, and he ran for 100 yards against Buffalo. Now, granted, he got hurt in the game against Tampa. It's unfortunate. But he wasn't having a good game in Tampa before that happened. He wasn't running the ball at all. Daniel Jones needs to learn how to read defenses and change blocking schemes and call audibles at the line of scrimmage. I don't see this. The reason, in my opinion, Saquon Barkley succeeded so much with Eli Manning there is because Eli Manning knew where the blitz was coming from, where the overload was coming from. He was able to read everything pre-snap and get Barkley away from that. Because that offensive line in 2018 was terrible. Because how many of us were saying Eric Flowers was on that line, guys? Jalapeno was on that line, right? So how bad was that offensive line? And we kept saying, God, can you imagine when our offensive line's better, how good Barkley's going to be? He's doing this with a bad offensive line. That's something else Daniel Jones needs to work at. That has nothing to do with talent. It has to do with reading the defense. That has to do with pre-snap adjustments. Okay, this is why I'm critical of Daniel Jones, guys. Oh, he's young, he's this, he's that. Listen, he's young. He still has a lot to go. I understand that. But at the same time, he has to show improvement. He has to show that he's understanding these things. So I don't know how long you want to wait with Daniel Jones. Some people don't. You can talk about we need talent. And I agree, Daniel Jones needs talent to succeed. But how long is it going to take to get talent around the New York Giants? Is it going to take another 4 years if we get rid of Gettleman and start all over? Where we erase Daniel Jones's rookie contract? Do you want to wait 4 years for talent to get in here? And then Daniel Jones is good? Is that what you want? Or do you want a guy like Trevor Lawrence that you think can carry the team with lesser talent? People comparing Daniel Jones to Phil Simms. I don't understand that comparison whatsoever. Baddog, Phil Simms was injured early in his career. He was terrible. Got benched for Bruner. I get all that. Guys, it's not 1982. It's not 1982 anymore. Baddog, everyone wanted to get rid of Eli Manning. Eli Manning, you would have gave up on Eli Manning. Game was different 15 years ago. It was certainly different 40 years ago. The game was much different. It was not a quarterback-driven league in 2004. And another thing you have to understand is the Giants were in the Super Bowl in 2000, made the playoffs in 2002, were 5-3 when Eli took over in 2004, made the playoffs in 2005 with 11 wins, made the playoffs in 2006, won a Super Bowl in 2007. So the Giants were a good team. So Eli Manning, people got on his case, but we were winning. We're not winning now. So Daniel Jones is going to take the brunt of the criticism. That's just how it goes. When you're the quarterback in New York, Sam Darnold's getting killed too now, okay? Yes, I know we're devoid of talent in a lot of positions. I get that. But that's my point. Do you want to wait 4 years for this talent to get in here and then maybe Daniel Jones is good? Or do you want to say, start all over, bring in a new quarterback? You can say Trevor Lawrence can't succeed here with the offensive line and this and that. Do we really know? You're just guessing at that point. And again, that's really all I got in this video. It's 12 and a half minutes, so I've really talked a long time. I just want to say one more time, if you've made it this far, I'm not giving up on Daniel Jones. I'm still very high on Daniel Jones. I feel like Daniel Jones can play. I do. But I also understand the other side of the argument, and I want you to know why I'm so critical of Daniel Jones. That's why. Because I think highly of him. I feel like he can do it. I want him to turn it around. I want the Giants to turn it around. I'm sick of losing. We're all sick of losing. Winning will turn everything around. I don't know how or when it's going to happen. I don't know when we're going to win our first game. I don't know when we're going to start winning on a regular basis again. But it can't come soon enough, I can tell you that. That's all I got in this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It's a Bad Diggity Dizzle, and I'm gone. Peace!